I just wanted to make you aware. If you're watching back on playback, I want to say thank you. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe. If you're watching here live on Theta, I want to say thank you for coming in and watching today. Don't be scared. Make sure to wave. Maybe drop a comment. Chop it up for a bit. Today we're going to be playing Madden. I'm going to be talking a little bit sports. So before we jump into things, there's just a couple of things I just want to chop it up about sports related before we get directly into it. So one of the things that I realized in 2021 was that I play a good amount of Madden. And I don't have a problem with that. I think that if I could say anything, I think sometimes streamers put themselves into boxes by saying, okay, I'm not going to play this game, like I'm going to jump from game to game. I do, excuse me, I do variety, but I do variety on games that I like. Like there's a couple games that I've seen that have come out this past couple of days here, but to me, it's not really something. Just to call it fair, it's not really any game that came out that made me say, okay, I'm gonna sit down Battlefield 2042, or I'm gonna sit down Madden. You know, especially with the time of year we're in. So, speaking on my Eagles here, I want to congratulate them on an amazing season. Regardless of what happens in the playoffs, I think that they need to be acknowledged at doing well. We started the year with a rookie head coach, a rookie defensive coordinator, rookie whole new staff. Basically, you could just call it a rookie staff. Hold on, I'm getting some playback here. I think I got the audio too high. The thing of it is, we started with a rookie squad, rookie staff. If I call it fair, I know by the years of the terms in the season, Jalen Hurts wasn't a rookie this year, but this was his first year actually being the main quarterback with, nobody without being the number two. He was the number one guy, and I'm gonna keep it all the way honest. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I said on earlier streams, when how they were playing in the beginning of the year was was absolutely unacceptable. But one thing that I could say, and it makes me kind of look back on what Nick said too, is that I do believe that they were, as wild as it may sound, they were kind of like a flower. They had to get their roots in the ground. They had to figure out who's who. What I did was, to kind of bring it together, what I did was I started a Philadelphia Eagles franchise. And what I did was I controlled the team just like any relocation team. Anybody that I didn't see helping the squad get to the next level, I replaced them with players that were better talented at the position. Now, what that ended up doing was that ended up putting us into a situation where, if I'm not mistaken, I won my first Super Bowl. I think with the Eagles, I have to look at the transactions, but I think I've only won one Super Bowl, right? And what I learned about the Eagles, my Philadelphia Eagles, watching them is, number one, I feel that we need, going into the draft, if I had to say anything, I don't think we need a quarterback. That's just me, okay? I feel that Jalen Hurts stepped up this year. He threw us into the Super Bowl, hopefully. He threw us into the playoffs when nobody thought we were going to make the playoffs, when we were a two and something team, and everybody figured, oh, this is the end. Philadelphia Eagles season is over. They'll never make the playoffs. It's going to be Washington or New York or something. And we fought back. We fought back every week. I tell people all the time, not as a qualm or nothing, I have the Philadelphia Eagles tattooed on me because you can take off a hat. You can take off a jersey. You can't take off a tattoo. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, you can, but it ain't gonna come off easy. And the thing about it is, the reason why I did that is because I have so much love for my birds that, seeing them fight this year really, really showed me that this team is not gonna just, wait 3 and 4 years to get good. It really showed me that, okay, this team is good right now. Now I know everybody may be saying, oh, the Eagles ain't going to do this in the playoffs. They ain't going to do this in the playoffs. They ain't gonna do that. Think about where we are right now. Like, we literally just started a rebuild this year, and we're in the playoffs the first year of the rebuild. Now, like I was saying, if I had to call it fair, I think Devontae, if positions that we need some help at, I think Devontae Smith needs some help. I think there's a lot of times where Devontae is the only one catching balls and getting open and driving plays down the field and looking to score and stuff like that. So I feel like Devontae could use some help on the wide receiver tip. I think we're already at a point where we definitely need some linebackers. Nothing against, and this is not a jab at anybody that's on the Philadelphia Eagles now. I'm just saying, Howie has a big free agency coming. He has 3 first-round picks coming. We have 3 first-round picks this year. We got a free agency. I don't know what the money's looking like, but I know that, we haven't max paid anybody a contract in a while. I would hope that we can get some people through free agency. I would hope that we can, get some good players from free agency. Now, stepping into our franchise, because my jersey. It ties into what I was talking about. So stepping into our franchise, I think I won if I'm not mistaken, I think I won 1 Super Bowl. I might not have won like 2 and 3 Super Bowls or anything like that. Yeah, and we're at week 7. So let me see league history. Okay, we're in the 2024 season, so I won 23. No, I won 2 Super Bowls, 23 and 22, and the Ravens won 21. So we're 2-time Super Bowl champions, okay? And what I noticed was, just me talking a little sports here, what I noticed was the Philadelphia Eagles need some help, at wide receiver. I think that there's a lot of times that Devontae Smith has to cover the bulk majority of catches and downfield throws for the wide receiver core. I feel that he needs a number 2. Not like a number 2 like number 2 as in Destin number 2, but I think we need another Devontae Smith. You see what I'm saying? Somebody that's on his level, that is young, that can play, that we know can catch the ball. Nothing against some of the receivers we have, but how I noticed just being on the NFL and Madden, when I drop back to pass playing the quarterback, when I drop back to pass, I have options. Okay, what I did was on our roster, I went and got help. Okay, I went and got Jalen Waddle, Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 X-Factor wide receivers, and DJ Chark Jr. So all of these guys down from Devontae Smith, even though Devontae Smith grew to be number 1 and Jalen Waddle's number 2 and all that sorts of stuff, all of these wide receivers that we have are basically doing their job. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're catching balls, they're making routes, So typically you can only have 4 wide receivers on the field. So when it comes to Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Glenn Charles, all these guys can catch passes. You see what I'm saying? Every last one of them can catch passes. So I'm not in a position where if somebody's covered and I look to the other guy, I have to think, oh, okay, is he going to catch the ball? Is he going to drop it? Things like that. I think that at bare minimum, my Philadelphia Eagles should think about a wide receiver. I think we should be thinking about linebackers. Same thing with the halfback position. Miles Sanders is a definite good halfback, okay? The one thing I can say is he has had a couple of injuries. I don't think the injuries that he's gotten have been career-ending or they'll slow down his speed or anything like that. But I do think at the same time that basically we should be trying to use him more than how we use him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think the run game, I think once the offensive line gets together next year, that the run game will be better. So, climbing into our franchise, right now I'm 99. I worked myself up to be a 99 out of quarterbacks, halfbacks, just taking a team. So, I didn't trade away Jalen Hurts. I let Jalen Hurts walk. Dallas Goedert's hurt, so Robert Tonyan is the backup. Jordan Mailata's hurt. Let me check the injury report. We got a good couple of players that's hurt. Let me check this injury report. Okay, they're only out 1 more week. Jordan Mailata and Dallas Goedert are out 1 more week. Okay, so let's check the roster. See who we got on the team. See who we got running. Okay, tight ends. We got the boy Reisner. He's playing guard. Dickerson's behind him. Okay, we got our center. I just traded away our one center because our rookie was ready to go. Daniels is good. Hardy behind him is good. Penny Sewell and Lane Johnson are doing the daggone thing. Left end, we just picked up Dre Farrell, and we got another rookie behind him. We got Gardner and Josh Sweat running the daggone thing. Got Vita Vea, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, and Travis Douglas. Got Rocco, and Joe Huntington as linebackers. Got Chris Cartwright, Miles Jack, TJ Edwards, Josh Allen, Shaq Thompson, and Rashard Richardson. Got some good linebackers. Half cornerbacks. Okay, this is where we got Patrick Surtain. He's almost a 90. Darius Slay, Xavier Howard, Stephon Gilmore, Asante Samuel Jr., Vontae Maddox, Caleb Beal, Justin Simmons, Rajon Burnett, and Jamal Daniels. Okay, so I have Mitchell Trubisky playing behind me. I don't know, what do we have on picks? What's this year's picks looking like? What are we looking like on picks? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first-round picks coming this following year because we traded away. These are the picks that we traded away a lot of people to get our 5 first-round picks. So I was thinking about using the number 132nd pick to bring Dallas, to bring what's his name? To bring Jalen Hurts back to the team to have him as a quarterback backup because they have Aaron Rodgers and they have Jalen Hurts. So they probably might be more willing to let go of Jalen Hurts now that they have another pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away the 2026 first round pick. Okay, halfway. Okay, so let's see. I can give you Trubisky. Okay, Trubisky. And I don't think I have anybody else that I'm willing to let go of like that. Everybody on the team is ferocious. Basically, everybody on the team to earn a spot. We're a Super Bowl winning team. I don't want to get rid of too many people. All right, how about this? We'll change the 21st pick next year to a 32nd pick this year. Trade declined. Okay, so we might got to move the pick up a little bit from 32nd to, say, 30. Trade declined. Okay, I'm willing to move it up a little bit more. Mainly the reason why I'm willing to move it up is because Jalen Hurts is very good quarterback, and he's under contract for the next 5 years. So if this goes through, declined. Oh, that's because he's their number 1 now. How high is the pick above 24? 18. Ooh, that's kind of high. Might be a little too rich for my blood. Let me see Dalton Reisner. I don't want to give up a center. I really don't want to give up too many. I really don't want to give up anybody. I wanted to make it work with just the picks, but gotta back out. I could see an 18. Oh, matter of fact, before we do this, let's go to the re-sign window, see what's going on under the re-sign hood, because we're at week 7, and next week we're not going to be able to re-sign. We're not going to be able to trade anybody that we can't work it out with. Okay, Penny Sewell, he's going to get his money. Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay, cool. Daniels is going to get paid. Josh Sweat will get paid. Landon Dickerson's getting paid. Kenneth Gainwell and Andre Dillard. Okay, so we're not going to be trading away anybody this year. We're going to be working deals with everybody. Okay, so yeah, trading away an 18th pick is pretty smart, I feel, because I thought about it. I was like, okay, if something happens to me Not in a bad way. Not saying it like that. But if something was to happen to me from just straight up injury, right, and we were in the playoffs or something, Mitchell Trubisky is okay, but he's not. He's not like ready to go or nothing like that. I probably could pick up Jalen Reagor too. They probably give me Jalen Reagor back. Let's see. Oh, it just declined. I'm not giving them 2 picks. That's not happening. Uh, let's see. I have nobody that's not ready to go elite. This dude's a superstar. Oh, he's hidden. Yeah, I'm damn sure not getting rid of him. He might end up becoming a star. Then our defensive tackles are pretty good. Linemen. Hell, even our rookie center that we just picked up, he's hidden. He's almost a 78. He's ready. He's ready to go. I don't want to give up any linemen. I could see getting rid of Robert Tonyan, but then if I bring Jalen Reagor back, let me see something. What's Jalen Reagor right now? Oh, they done dropped him down to normal. He's not even a star. Yeah, he still got the drop passes thing. So let's do this. Let's take Jalen Reagor off and just do it for Jalen Hurts. And the trade was accepted. Okay. We lost 1 first-round pick. It's okay. It's one of those things that I'm like, okay, we had 5 first-round picks. We only have 4 now, but we still have 4 first-round picks. So when you come into now, I don't know where they're gonna land at, but we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 first-round picks: 9, 24, 30, and 32. 1 from Seattle, 1 from Tampa Bay, 1 from Denver. So it depends on how they finish, and then our pick is 32 because of the fact that basically we won the Super Bowl. So 4 first-round picks I think are good, especially when you're in the standpoint when you come into team salaries. I think next year there's a lot of people that come due. I'm going to come due next year. Who else? Both our fullbacks are going to come due. Juju Smith-Schuster and DJ Clark Jr. So Juju, the 2 X Factors, and DJ Clark Jr. come due. Dallas Goedert comes due. Jordan Mailata comes due. Who else? Lane Johnson's gonna come due. The left end we just brought in, Gardner. This could be a whole defensive tackle we had. Cartwright, T.J. Edwards, Shaq Thompson, Richards. Like, so many people are gonna come due. Caleb Beal. Daniels is going to come due. So next year is a very big year as far as money goes. So I'm trying to, probably what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put out, like in free agency, we're not going to have a super big free agency this year. I'm probably just going to have a couple players or something like that. But I'm not going to get, and I wanted to check too to make sure I didn't have Matthew Ioannidis. Nothing against him, but he's a Washington football team player. So, okay, yeah, we got Vita Vea. All right. Let's check the trade block. See if there's anybody out there being talked about. They trying to trade Dak Prescott. Halfback I don't need. Wide receiver I don't need. Ooh, tight end. I still got Robert Tonyan. I didn't trade Tonyan for Reagor. I'm kind of glad about that. Tonyan plays very well. And then, like I said, having Jalen Hurts, I think it's just smart. It's just logical, because you can't. Dang, Anthony Barr fell in rating. You can't basically call it. Like you don't. I don't know what's gonna happen in the playoffs and what's gonna happen in the regular season, but I don't want to be in a situation where my quarterback can't actually hold it down. In case something happens, like Jalen Hurts' morale, I think is. Let me see his morale. It says his morale is down. His morale could have been down because I traded Aaron Rodgers over there and he was a starter. But now his morale is down. Let me see. His morale is at 80. He has a 49% morale. So could be because he's not the starter, but I think that'll come up once he's on the team and we're winning and stuff like that. It's probably because, to be honest, I traded him away. So His morale was down for a little bit. Okay, Najee's going to be first. Fullbacks are fullbacks. Wide receivers. Juju is still doing the thing. Ibram, Charles. Yeah, I like it. I like the way it's set up. These guys are faster. Nah, it's cool the way it's set up because Glenn Charles and Abraham come in if it's like a five run thing. Okay, we're gonna need somebody to play tight end behind him. So let's do Richard. He could be the tight end behind him. Okay, left tackle Mailata is hurt, so the next man up is gonna be. We're gonna put Reisner in his position. Oh no, let's put Landon Dickerson. Put Dickerson at guard. Reisner at left guard. Put Dickerson at left tackle. Reisner at guard. How about Reisner play the left tackle? How high would he be? 85. Well, it's only for one game. It's just for this one game. Oh, and then you know what? No, I can bring Daniels in at the left tackle position. Yeah, and then Dickerson will be behind Reisner. And then I could always trade Reisner for a pick. But, it's one of those things where just because you're not necessarily starting right out the bat doesn't mean you're not going to play or something. And then you see how Lane Johnson, he's been in the league 11 years, so it depends on what ends up happening next. Josh Sweat will play it better than Farrell. Let me see, comparing position, speed, acceleration. He has more acceleration, agility, strength rating, awareness, play recognition. One second. All right, I'm back. So Farrell plays it at 83. His finesse moves is way less. Block shedding is way more than his. Tackle is more. Hit power is more. Pursuit. Does he have power moves? So he doesn't really have that many power moves. His play recognition is higher, and his block shedding. I'm more concerned about the block shedding because I feel that if you can shed your blocker, you can get to the quarterback faster. And Josh Sweat doesn't have anything he needs to prove to me. Like he doesn't need to prove to me that he doesn't need to prove to me that he's tough. I know that he's tough. He doesn't need to prove or earn his spot to me or earn his spot on the team. I'm probably going to use him on the rush. Okay, defensive tackles, Vita Vea, Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox been doing it for 12 years. Left outside linebacker, Shaq Thompson. Roku been around for a while, but he might not be ready to go right out the bat. The team shakeup is really going to come next year. Like once some people, I don't know what I'm going to do. I may choose to let them walk. We can't re-sign everybody. I already know that. So I'm not looking. See, we still got Avonte Maddox and Caleb Beal. They're still able to do the daggone thing. We got a lot of positions where I picked up Justin Simmons from the Cowboys. I picked up Justin Simmons from the Broncos. Third down running back, Najee Harris. Power halfback, Najee Harris. Or should I do third down running back, Miles Sanders? Nah, it should be Najee Harris. I like Najee Harris. Slot wide receiver, Edward Abraham. DJ Chark behind him. What's that other wide receiver? Okay. They don't even have him on here, so Glenn Charles. There he is, Glenn Charles. Okay, rush left end, Josh Sweat. Because what's those guys' name? Yeah, the rest of those guys can't do it like Josh Sweat. So he'd be bringing a rush from the left end, and the rush from the right end will be Garner. Defensive tackle rush is Vita Vea and Fletcher Cox. Sub linebacker Shaq Thompson, Josh Allen. Yeah, those are better subs. Slot cornerback, Avonte Maddox and Caleb Beal will be playing that, and Asante Samuel Jr. So Asante Samuel Jr. plays it, I think, better. He plays man-to-man 92. If you're going to have him on the team, let me see. Zone coverage, his zone's a little weak. Play recognition is still pretty high. His tackling is okay. So man-to-man, his man coverage is higher than Caleb Beal's and Caleb Beal. But Caleb Beal is what Caleb Beal has is let me see what he has over him. His speed is less, strength is more, agility, his acceleration is more, his man coverage isn't as high as Asante Samuel Jr. So what we're gonna do is, because Asante plays it better, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So Asante, Caleb, and then Avonte Maddox. Then everybody else is ready to go. Team is set up. I feel good moving past. Week 7 because there's nobody that I really want to trade away on the team like that. If I was to look some things up just under team salary, it's gonna be a tight window. I don't know if we should hold on to everybody because Jalen's cool. Kenneth Gainwell, he probably won't cost that much. Both of these fullbacks, it depends. We might be able to sign both. Fullbacks don't normally cost that much. This is where it's going to be a little difficult, trying to get all these dudes under contract at the same time. Robert Tonyan is actually going to be re-signed next year. So let's see if we can't locate a rookie tight end. Who's the best rookie tight end that came out? I would trade you Robert Tonyan for him. Just to see. I mean, Tonyan can play, right? But Tunyan's going to require, like Kyle Pitts. My God, he's right below George Kittle. Would they trade me TJ Hockenson? Man, let me find out. Wait, what's TJ's contract? TJ's under a 4-year deal. Man, I've played with TJ Hockenson before. If they traded me Hockenson, it'd be curtains. Like, it'd be a Rizap. They want a cornerback, huh? They want a left outside linebacker. I mean, I could give them Joe Huntington. Huntington, he got some pretty good stats. He might be pretty good. I don't want to necessarily hand him over. You looking for a cornerback, huh? Stephon Gilmore has come down from being a 99 to like a 93, so he has regressed a bit, but he's still A1 plus on top of his game. I'd rather let's see about the rookie first, because TJ Hockenson gonna cost a lot to get him off that team. I already know. Okay, got some rookies. Phil Rutledge, star, vertical threat. Okay, got a rookie here. Got a hidden tight end rookie, vertical threat, catching, run blocking, all that good. Undisciplined penalty tendency. Let's try that trade for Hockenson, because I have Lander Dickerson, and I can always put Lander Dickerson in that spot that I have that left guard I just picked up. I can like Deisner. Deisner's 29, Lander Dickerson's 25. He's already 3 points below him. So if I put him in a starting position, he probably will grow more. So for TJ Hockenson, you're damn right I would do that trade. They're not. They're like, bro, you are not getting TJ Hockenson, so it's okay. For the rookie, I think the rookie that just came in that's hidden, Let me see his stats. So he's hidden. He has 87 speed, undisciplined penalty tendency. That's not going to be good. Okay, and then we have Rutledge, undisciplined penalty tendency. Ooh, might not be the best time to move your tight end. Let's see. Is there any other ones out there? Star, vertical threat, balanced penalty tendency. Okay. Okay. But see, Robert Tunyon, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Tunyon's like an 82. This dude's a star. Catching is a 99. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that trade. That's not gonna happen. And then the guard position, like I said, I could always trade one of my linemen for a first round pick, but we're heading into that part of the year where once I get past, just to let you know, once you get past week 7 or 8 in Madden, I think it's 8, you're not allowed to do trades anymore. So whoever's on the team, that's all you have until next year, unless you go to like free agency or something like that. Right? As a matter of fact, let me check free agency to see if there's anybody out there. Gus Edwards got released. Brian Poole got released. Steven Nelson's out there. Steven Nelson actually left me to go to the Steelers. So it is what it is with him. And he just walked off on me. Gus Edwards is a very good power back. If I had space on my roster, I would literally bring Gus Edwards on. I think he's a very good power back. But we don't have the space. And we're on to the next game. It's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to put it in the chat. Ravens are up next. Our undefeated streak is on the line. Us versus Lamar Jackson. Okay, who was yesterday's weekly awards? Oh, we got 51 staff points. We might be able to put it towards something. I think I have most of my staff points. Most of my staff stuff is already used. I think everything is already blanked out. Okay, what's this? Slow regression for one season for one position. Reveal hidden depth trait for one player position. No. Player talents cost less. Talents. No. I basically have everything over here. I have everything here. Player personnel, we're not going to be signing cornerbacks. Halfbacks, no. What's over here? Guaranteed trade package for current users. Let's do 2% trade increase on draft picks. No. Let's do increased likelihood of. We got offensive linemen. We don't need defensive tackles. Linebackers. Let's increase the likelihood of linebackers. And let me take a look before we actually do move past week 7. Let me take a look at Shaq Thompson, because Shaq, when I bought Shaq on, Shaq was at, he was actually a little bit higher at his position, and he's kind of slowed down a bit over the last couple of years, but he's still an 84 superstar, number 10 ranked right outside linebacker in the league. Yeah, he hasn't slowed down that much. You know, it's only been 9 years. He's still doing the thing. So, and I don't think the rookies are ready just yet. You know, we're not ready to turn the team over to the youth just yet. Okay, let's play season game, play full experience. Go back. You don't see. Crap. They're going to make me sign a tight end, and I don't have space for a tight end. Like, they're literally going to make me sign a tight end for one game, yo. Damn. Let me see something. Okay, that means we're going to have to make some space on this roster. Because we're down a tight end, and they're going to... they're gonna force us to sign a tight end. So let's see where we have some people. I was thinking about trading Stephon Gilmore because I was really thinking about trading Stephon Gilmore to, because I've been seeing him like he's decreased a bit, right? His speed is only a 90 now. So when you put him in comparison to everybody else, him and Caleb Beal is like the slowest cornerbacks we have, right? But he's a shutdown cornerback. So he's one of the, like, when you come over to man and you come over to zone, he plays at the highest, right? And we just re-signed him to a contract. Now, if I get rid of him now, that would make Xavier Howard step up, Patrick Surtain, Darius Slay Jr., and stuff like that. And we have Asante Samuels. Now, Patrick Surtain has only been in the league 3 years, and he's only like 3 spots away from Stephon Gilmore. Okay, now Stephon Gilmore is rated the number 7th ranked cornerback in the league. Patrick Surtain is rated number 12. Xavier Howard is rated number 8. So this is number 7 and number 8. They're no longer in the top 5, but number 7 and number 8, right? Now, 9 times out of 10, I could get both of these guys out. These two guys, I could get these two guys out of here and turn it over to the youth, and actually have probably like a good 2 more first-round picks, you know, to actually help with certain positions if we're not able to work it out with certain positions. So it's tempting, right? And also at the same time, we do kind of have to. I have to bring in a tight end, right? But it's only for 1 game. So that's the thing about it. Before I actually got, because it wasn't easy getting them here. You know, getting players to come to the team wasn't easy. I'm thinking about maybe trading Richard, and then we'll run the 1 fullback with we'll run the 1 fullback, because I don't think he's gonna. I don't know how much interest a fullback has around the league, but we can look and see. So he's not gonna, and he's on like the last year of his contract too. Yeah, see, he's not drawing any interest from the NFL. Better to keep him in house. I could send Waddle back to the Dolphins, right? I could send Waddle back to the Dolphins. Dolphins have nobody. They still have Tua. Yeah, they still have Tua. They just don't have anybody else. Jalen Waddle is a superstar player. I like him. I think he can really ball out. He has a 5-year contract. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the wide receivers. And Glenn Charles and Abraham, they are X Factor players. They only been in the league 2 years, and they're only like 2 or 3 steps below Waddle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to Miami, because I would like to place the player back at, you know, at bare minimum. If you take a player from a team that could potentially change how they play, I would rather put them back on the team where I got them from, so that way they can prosper with that player, right? So the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick this year at all. Okay, so what I would want would be next year's first-round pick and a second-round pick from this year, or like 2 3s. So let's come over here to the trade window. But then I got Jalen Waddle too. That's why I'm like, you know, it shouldn't be Waddle. It should be, tell you the truth, I think it should be a position where, like, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to trade that guard I just got. I think I'm going to trade him. He's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But Lander Dickerson's only 5 spots below him, and I feel like Dickerson should be starting. You know, and we have other spots that can play backup. We have 1, 2, about 2 backup linemen. 3 if you count Dillard. So, but then I don't want to. This is the hard part about things. TJ Edwards has been doing pretty well. Rashard's doing well. Tough decisions. Very tough decisions. Very tough decisions. They're gonna make me. I like Kenneth Gainwell. I don't want to see him go anywhere. If I trade or release him, that's why I said I might trade, but they don't have a first round pick. And if I'm trading Waddle back to you, bro, you're giving me a first round pick. I'm not giving this guy up for nothing less. Everybody's running ones and running two positions. I don't really have any positions like the defensive tackle. I got 4 because if the first 2 get hurt, you got to be able to put the next set in. What's Douglas? Douglas is a star defensive tackle. Look at those stats. He ain't going nowhere. I drafted him. Rocco's doing well. Okay, what's Shaq Thompson rated? Okay, Shaq Thompson's rated 10, and Ricardo Richards is rated 15. So he's not that far behind him. And then Shaq Thompson has, he's been on the team for a while. Possible position. I think I'm going to trade Richards because that way I could trade a fullback, and all I'm really losing is a fullback. And then what can happen is basically I'll just get, whatever pick I can get for him. And, I'll just have, instead of carrying 2 fullbacks, I'll just have Juszczyk. I'll send him over to the Broncos where he can do pretty well. Let me get a first round pick for him. No interest in that. Okay, how about a third round, 31 pick? No interest in that. Okay, how about you give me your 18 and we can flip picks. And I'll give you my 32. No interest in that. Okay, how about I'll give you next year's 21. You give me your first round pick this year. No interest in that. Okay. So instead of the first rounder, let me get a third rounder. No interest in that. So he's probably gonna be like a 5th round pick, but he'll go somewhere nice. He'll be the starting fullback. It's okay. We got to make space. I like Richards. I've had him on the team for a long time, but there's nothing I can do. And now that I have a free spot, what I can do is, which I am going to do, I'm going to sign me a tight end right now, and then after the game, I'm going to release the tight end, and I'm going to bring in Gus Edwards, if he's still available. Okay, so we just need somebody to play tight end, preferably somebody I can count on. What? Zach is out there? Man, get Zach back on the squad. Get Zach Ertz to play back on the squad, bro. Why not? Hell yeah. As I drink my tea. Okay, so the roster. Oh, I got to set the roster. So Tunyon's going to be the first tight end. And then Zach Ertz will play behind him. And Juszczyk behind him. And then at the fullback position, it'll be bring in Douglas. I think Douglas could get the job done. And then we'll see. Maybe we can get Richards back in a trade or something. Who knows how we feel after this game. Yeah, because I don't think you get rid of the vets. I think the vets are, if I had to be honest, I think the vets are what keeps people from going up top. Because they know if they go up top, they're going to have to deal with Xavier Howard, and they're going to have to deal with Stephon Gilmore and Darius Slay and all of that. Like, they're not going to go up top on us. Okay, advanced settings. Nothing against Nick. But I don't play with his playbook. Run balanced. X Factors. So they have Lamar Jackson, Superstar X Factor quarterback. I have Najee Harris, Superstar X Factor halfback. Devontae Smith, Superstar X Factor wide receiver, the Slim Reaper. Miles Jack, Superstar X Factor middle linebacker. Stephon Gilmore, Superstar X Factor cornerback. Jamal Daniels, Superstar X Factor strong safety. Xavier Howard, Superstar X Factor cornerback. Edward Abraham, Superstar X Factor wide receiver. Fletcher Cox, the best defensive tackle there is. Superstar X Factor defensive tackle. Darius Big Play Slay Jr., Superstar X Factor cornerback. Glenn Charles, Superstar X Factor wide receiver. Myself, Salt Aries at quarterback, Superstar quarterback. I have Vita Vea, Superstar defensive tackle. They have Marlon Humphrey, Superstar cornerback. Ronnie Staley, Superstar left tackle. I have Josh Allen, Superstar right outside linebacker. Jalen Waddle, Superstar wide receiver. Patrick Surtain II, Superstar cornerback. Jack Fox, Superstar punter. Penny Sewell, Superstar right tackle. Juju Smith-Schuster, Superstar wide receiver. Lane Pave Lane Johnson, Superstar right tackle. They have Owie, Superstar right outside linebacker. I have Sterling Garner, Superstar right defensive end. Shaq Thompson, Superstar right outside linebacker. Dre Farrell, Superstar left defensive end. Caleb Beal, Superstar cornerback. Chris Cartwright, Superstar middle linebacker. And Raquan Barnett, Superstar free safety. So it's a pretty loaded team. Oh, I got the audio down too. I'm glad that I noticed this before we started, because you wouldn't have been able to hear the game for nothing. Okay, so that's up. Everything's running pretty good. As far as I can tell, everything's running on the playback. Let's jump in. Let's get it. First Madden game of 2021.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we're
Gotta turn this TV down.
From a statement game.
Statement game.
The reigning Super Bowl champs and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gard alongside my partner, Charles Davis. CD, you're an old-school guy. I know you've got to love our matchup here. Two teams that get after it the old-fashioned way, on the ground.
On the ground.
I love it. You know I love that type of football. You've known me for a while now. We've got the #1 and #2 rushing offense in the entire NFL matching up. Now, don't be fooled. Both of these teams can and will throw the ball in this one. They certainly love playing that game of field position, working between the tackles, chewing up time of possession. And they've each got a main man who's among the best in the league at toting the rock.
I wonder what Watt that is. I wonder if that's TJ or something. Boom. Let's go.
From the 6.
All right.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the
cool.
25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January.
Oh, they stacking the box.
Very well walk away with the MVP.
I'm worried about a victory. I ain't worried about that.
First carry.
Get off me. Get off me.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard
That's right.
after a gain of 6. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Oh.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Go get it.
Number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's right.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It'll buy some time right. Incomplete on the
all right, that tight end position going to be a little tough. We don't have Dallas Goedert.
Assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the
great run
of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
A big connection on 31 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
All right, this is a risk. He has a superstar on him, but let's try it.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh!
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side.
Good catch, Waddle.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing.
10,000 yards passing.
Fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started.
I'm over 10,000 yards passing.
His career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's brought down. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris will take this.
Najee.
Eagles touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive.
That's right. That's right.
If we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Good run, Najee. Good run. We got a great running back core. Like, we got Miles Sanders, we got Kenneth Gainwell, we got Najee Harris. I struck a what I learned is strike early. Get these rookies before the team know what they have. I went and got Waddle, Patrick Surtain, Asante Samuel Jr., Najee Harris. I had to make some crucial trades. Had to give away some first-round picks and some second-round picks, but look at the team now. All right, we on defense now, boys.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead.
Lamar got better stats than me this year. He got 14 touchdowns.
Performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Look at that line. Look at that line. Get to him.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Pretty much unreal. Not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Oh, he was wide open.
Throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it?
Go for the line.
But all yardage after the catch. Really
It's still a
nice
run.
job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And they'll let the quarterback.
That's what I'm talking about.
First and 10. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Great tackle,
This
Garner.
defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Garner and them got on him quick.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time.
Great defense, Gilmore.
Wore down defense.
Who was that? I want to see that. I want to see who I need to know who's putting in that work. I think it was Daniels. Yeah, I think Daniels and Gilmore came over there. Let me see. Yup. Oh, that's Daniels and Burnett. Oh, the backup Burnett. Look at that. Is somebody hurt? Why is so? Let me see. Why is he in at strong safety? You see something? Burnett is number 13. Why is he in at number 13? Why is he in? I mean, nothing against him. You know, that was a great play. I'm not trying to, like, say he can't play or nothing like that. Yeah, he just made a great play. He came in and made a great play.
Big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Ah.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Ah. Whoever's guarding him has really got a hand on him.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right.
Interception.
Oh, you saw that?
I saw it coming.
Intercepted, thrown back across his body. William Jackson.
I saw it coming. When I threw it in the coverage. That was bad. I thought it was a window too. I thought it was a window too. Damn. Oh, we almost got it back. All right, this might be some Lamar screen crap. What'd I tell you? That's holding, bro. I couldn't get off the line for nothing.
What say you, Mr. Referee?
For real.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are.
See, I'm leaving Vita Vea open and coming with the pressure with Fletcher Cox. Dang.
And he'll take this down
I just got knocked to the ground.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Jackson.
Yes, good defense.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's
our fair catching these things.
It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Great catch.
Thanks to the defense. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
That's. Ooh.
And this one nearly picked off.
Come on, Tunyon.
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He was open.
To Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
He's taken down inside the 30.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go.
Let's run it back.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Caught him slipping.
Take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Najee Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped.
Got him at the 18. Oh, let me get this Let me get this football game on so I can be
this game,
updating y'all on
Charles,
the
much
scores.
talked about coming in. You think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I
Yeah.
do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here that maybe things will shake up.
Hold up 1 second. Gotta find it. Looking that way I can update y'all on the scores on what's going on. Cleveland Browns versus the Steelers. Let's see who's winning. Okay, they're running highlights. They're still running highlights, showing when it comes back to the score, I'll tell you the score.
Someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming.
That's what I'm talking about.
In a sense, they're playing old school
That's right,
defense
Miles.
now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Cover 4, show 2.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets
right
underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here.
Seahawks took it to them Lions, but the Lions, they're going to have a good quarterback this year. They're going to get them a good quarterback in the draft. Ah, try to run away from him.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone.
The Steelers are winning 10-0. That's surprising.
Hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Dancing to his left. And Shark calls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here.
Oh,
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
I'll take that sack.
Adafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh,
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done.
yeah, they come in.
A little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Put the field goal up.
And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, I missed that first hit.
Up at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh.
Find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Going long here for
What's going to happen? Oh, almost an interception.
Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown.
He caught it.
And that'll be caught.
He outran him.
Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown. He outran Howard. I saw him run. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown of the year. Yo, watch this. He ran. He had a second or step two. Now watch him. Howard's with him, still with him, and then them last couple seconds, he just outran him.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking.
I should have called higher over the head. It's cool.
And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're going to keep fighting.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, that's definitely a free catch. I mean, fair catch.
Return on this one is the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Dang, the Browns ain't been looking at some of these highlights. They haven't been playing so good.
Still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left.
Oh, come on.
This one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the...
Damn it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Play deep. Oh, they're going for a field goal.
Here's the field goal unit on now to try
Dang.
3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo.
All right.
58-yard attempt. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
We're going to need the deep pass to be paid attention to, and we're going to need to pay attention to their deep pass because that's what they're hurting us.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume.
24 straight losses after trailing by 8 points. Longest streak dates back to 2018. That's for the Cleveland Browns.
The
Wow.
Offense set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they
Bring the offensive linebackers.
What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of
right.
away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Farrell, I see you getting off the line. Block shedding. Block shedding.
Watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Cover 6.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And
Cover
that's
9.
exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
No.
And he's going to be stopped here.
Fletcher Cox is hurt. Oh, no.
The tackle is made at the 33. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Ravens send their punter out now. As he'll
All right, boys, you're going to capitalize on this. Oh.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Okay, Fletcher Cox is injured. So that's the end of his night today. Bring in Javon Hargrave, Douglas, Garner, and Hunt. And on the rush defensive tackle, bring in Javon Hargrave. And that's how we're going to run things. See what I'm talking about? I just said, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of minutes ago. Oh, they are stacking the box. Major.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football,
They have some good cornerbacks. They're sticking with our guys.
A nice gain.
Like nobody was open downfield, so I just bounced out. It's like too much open field. But like, bro, they're sticking to our wide receivers today. And they're stacking the box.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Rolling to his right.
Touchdown.
And this is caught.
Tunyon.
Philadelphia. Robert Tunyon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Coup now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Najee Harris breaks out. They just stiff arm this dude to the ground.
Back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
He just hit the hit left.
That they haven't gone before.
Just straight stiff armed this man to the ground. He stiff armed him in the chest. You go see it as a highlight. He stiff armed this man in the chest and he went straight to the ground.
Realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe try
No.
one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Miles Jack with the backup.
Second and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Jackson now. Wide open. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Another run here with
Javon Hargrave again. No.
the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
Holding. Holding. No.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
We always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's right.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had
Who was
5
that?
last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half, you know, different angles.
Was that Shaq? Let me see who that was. Because he fought through the lineman. He got hit, and he got up and got to him. Let me see who that was. That was Asante Samuel Jr. Good blitz. Good blitz.
The speed. They got to him here in the second
Kept fighting.
half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that.
Nah, I
and
need
maybe
to
do something
guard
different.
just in case.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment.
And he is into the
right.
end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So a
I was going to throw it.
Certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep.
You know what's wild? Watching these players fight on the sidelines now after watching Washington fight each other on the sideline and watching what the Rams got into with each other, it kind of makes it look funnier now.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
Ah.
By the big tight end Andrews, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Andrews. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
we'll take that.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice.
Good play, Justin.
Exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to
The Steelers are winning 13-0, 3rd quarter, 8 minutes, 14 seconds.
Never go back and review. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down.
Still put the hit on
the
him.
chalk of the 20. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now
Dang, Bradley Chubb
just
just
there. That's really been a common
face
theme all
stiff arm this dude to the ground. Now they're zooming in on him on the
The
sideline.
rest this entire afternoon, he just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He finds his man.
Comeback
Complete.
catch.
That's Cochran. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this
Great defense, Gilmore.
looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Yeah, I'm missing my tight end today.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run on first down. Harris shouting through the defense. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
And he is
And for another touchdown.
Philadelphia. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
I'm not going to force a pass just to get another touchdown.
Rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will
Squibble.
send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because Now is not going to
Take
erase
that.
what's happened during the game. So after it's over, go to the film, find out where
We
the
got him,
Ravens
though.
really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
All right, I'm back in it. Okay, so just looking at the team to make sure, is there any other position we might need help at? No, I think we're straight. Now that, let's see if I can get that trade and get Richards back, because I would like to have, or maybe another lineman. No, I would like to get Richards back. Send him to the Broncos. No, we'll just drop. We'll drop. What's his name? We'll drop Zach Ertz. Baker Mayfield goes downfield. Is complete to the 20, to the 10, and they're moving nicely. So drop Zach Ertz. Maybe target a lineman since we can't get Richards back. Maybe target a lineman, somebody that can play a top flight position. Star, agile, pretty good stats. Any rookies? Stephen Burris. He only has a 2-year deal. I don't need him. I think we got most of the rookie wide receivers, or at least a good amount of them. Dang, he has some really good stats. David Mills, star, deep threat. What's his contract look like? He's only under a 2-year. I was really looking for a rookie tight end, somebody, because I like, even though Tunyon is pretty tough. Let me see where Tunyon ranks. Tunyon's at 82. I don't think we need to fix that position. What about cornerback? X Factor cornerback, Abdul Brown. Plays very well. Undisciplined penalty tendency, so you might got to get that out of him. What's his contract like? 4-year contract. He plays for the Cardinals. He's a rookie and he's already an X Factor. I'll give you a draft pick for him. How about 32? No? How about 30? No? 24. They know what they got. He might be, and let me check too, he might be the best cornerback on their team. Caleb Beal is right below him, so we had a best. If it ain't Caleb Beal, it would be this dude Abdul Brown. Let me check the Cardinals roster. Oh, he's not even listed as their number one. What are they looking for? They looking for a right guard, left guard, so I could give them. I don't want to weaken my line to get him. What about Tunyon? I give you Robert Tunyon for him. No interest. What about a left guard? I necessarily don't want to weaken my line, but an X Factor cornerback who's, how long is his contract? An X Factor cornerback who's under a 4-year contract, who's a rookie. In his rookie year, he turned out to be an X Factor. I think that might be somebody that we can end up working with. So we have Dillard, Jordan Mailata, I think is hurt. Dickerson, Noel, Hardy. We don't have that many backups. He's still hidden. Um, how about a 21st pick next year? How about a 21st pick next year and a 32nd pick this year? Damn, 2 first-round picks now. We'll let them go. Y'all can keep them. Okay, let's switch back to just checking around here, looking around the NFL. Checking, make sure there ain't no other positions. Okay, what about free safety? We have Justin Simmons. We basically have like the best free safety available from the corner, from the rookie position. I thought Rodney Hudson was an X factor. Superstar center. No, I'd rather because our boy, where is he at? He's at 81, so I'd rather let him do it. And then there's Frank. Frank's hurt. And then the Lions, they don't want to get rid of their they don't want to get rid of their tight end. So I think what I'm going to do is just use the spot on Gus Edwards. Somebody that I know can ball. Just bring him on the squad, or look and see if there's any Philadelphia Eagles that I can bring back on the squad. Look at all these damn receivers. Look at all these dudes. Make sure ain't nobody a rookie. Sometimes rookies that don't get picked up are hidden, so I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, we got one rookie. Normal. I remember one year I got lucky and found a rookie that was in the free agency, and he was hidden, and he just didn't get drafted. Picked him up, ended up making him into a superstar, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta look back, but I'm pretty sure I made him into either a superstar or an X Factor, one or the other. Okay. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be down here. See, like I said, see if there's any wide receivers from the Eagles that we could bring back. That's what I was about to say. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Welcome back to the Philadelphia Eagles, my good brother. Wait, is Greg Ward out there, or is it just you? It's just you, huh? Greg Ward must have got picked up. They signed him. Or you know what? Should I sign him, or should I sign Zach Ertz? Well, Zach Ertz played for the Cardinals now, so, what can you do? Rather go with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Welcome back to the team. He makes 53. He'll grow with us. He'll grow. He'll grow with us as we grow. And, let me see something. Because with Gus Edwards, Gus is a very good halfback. Very good halfback. Has very good stats, right? The only thing about it is I don't need him. I have 3 halfbacks as it stands. I need another wide receiver just in case something happens to my wide receivers to be able to shuffle them in game. But then when you look around too, Steven Nelson is out there. Steven Nelson is out there, and he plays the cornerback pretty well. But Steven Nelson, he bounced for me to go to the Steelers. So if the Steelers let you go, ain't my fault they let you go. You should have stayed on the team. Okay, advance to next week. Dallas Goedert is back from injury. So is Jordan Mailata. One player ready to negotiate. Who's that? J.J. Arcega-Whiteside won $6 million for 2 years. That's a little bit like, I don't know, I might end up signing him back. But before I actually did that, I wanted to take a look at the NFL and see if anybody, if I should target anybody. There's no way they let go of. The only way you get Quentin Nelson is if he's on like a 1 year. He's like 2 years. Nope. He get re-signed next year. Nope. And Deshaun Reisner's like the highest. Anybody basically is below him. Oh, Andrew Norwell. Norwell was a pretty good lineman. He was able to step in and play the line position pretty well. I think I signed him to a contract too before I sent him to the Chargers. Now he's under a 2 year. Who else? Landon Dickerson, Manuel Horn, Noah. Yeah, we're dropping a little far now. If I was to use a pick, I would want it to kind of be somewhere up here. And then we have a top flight one of those, so you don't want to you don't want to trade for it below. You can't trade for Frank, I don't think. Nope. Eric McCoy. We have a center that's like an 81, and I want him to develop. Just thinking. All right, so next year we're going to get into a situation where our wide receivers, we may not be able to keep everybody. So that's why I would rather keep the pick and have 4 first-round picks that we can use. I got to set national focus. Yeah, because let me see the re-sign window. Yeah. We're going to be paying out everybody. Nobody wants anything ridiculous. Like Penny Sewell, this is his first contract, and he only won $62 million over the course of 5 years. And then everybody else only won like $8 or $9 million, and then $20 million for Daniels and $31 for Josh. So everybody will get paid. And then I may bring JJ back. I would prefer myself. Let me see if I can find Jordan Howard. I would prefer that it's Jordan Howard that I bring back. But I haven't seen Jordan Howard in a while. I don't know if it was he got attached to a team or I don't even think he's playing anymore. Okay, he's not there. Yeah, I'd rather go with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I think J.J. Okay, the Browns have scored. It's now 13-7. 13 minutes in the fourth. Okay, choose national focus position. The national focus position is going to be up. I didn't pick it, and they picked it for me. Is anybody searching for wide receivers? Nobody? Okay, nobody searching for wide receivers. Didn't set that correctly. Let's see what the wide receiver looking like this year. Number 1 and number 2 guys. Round 1 and round 2 guys. Known to attract flags. Typically avoids getting flagged. Ooh, acceleration is great to elite. Agility is great to elite. Change of direction, jumping, speed is great to elite. Strength is decent. Okay, let me see his skills. kick return, stamina. Kai Radley. Okay, let's put a star next to his name. We need to get possibly a tight end. Let's see this guy. Well, no, we got Tunyon. We don't need to go with a tight end with our first round picks. The weakest position they would say is left outside linebacker. I don't think so. I think we got enough there. I would rather see, this is what I'm talking about, I would rather see these guys. Top 5 linemen, huh? Let me see you. Dang, he got some good stats. All right. What they saying is going to happen on the mock drafts. How many is out? Just the first one? And we already up to the second one. Okay, so with the 6th pick, they feel as though we're going to take a right guard. Okay. And then they're saying our next pick will be 25. They think we would take a halfback and then a cornerback at 30. And then a wide receiver, Cadley, at 32. Wouldn't be a bad draft if we did it that way. I don't know if I'm going to do it that way, but it wouldn't be a bad draft if we did. One second. And Washington down there 0-7. Did they not draft them a quarterback? Let me jump over to their. Oh, you know what happened? They let go. They let Chase Young walk, and they let Matthew Ioannidis walk. And let me see. I think they might have them a rookie quarterback. Yeah, Tony McLaren's 94, Josh Allen, D. Payne, Kendall Fuller. They got Mariota and Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh Rosen. So they never really did end up going to get them a quarterback. They are 0-7 in the division. Giants are 4-3. Cowboys are 5-2. Okay, week 8. Trade window still open. Gus Edwards is still out there. 29 years old. Been in the league 6 years. Power back. We have Najee Harris. I have Najee Harris and what's the name? If I can make the room, I would rather keep Najee Harris running like he running a game. He just ran through like 5 tackles. If I can, because I have Najee Harris and I have Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell, I have a lot of wide receivers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers. So I could let Juju go just to pick up Gus Edwards. I mean, I could let JJ Arcega-Whiteside go, but I don't want to because you can see that his morale's already up. He's +2 morale. His catching is up. His acceleration. It's just route stuff. Basically like, he has a problem with the routes. That's why I was saying I would have picked up Greg Ward Jr., but Greg Ward, if I'm not mistaken, Greg Ward is not available this year. Let me see. Robbie Anderson got released? Wow, they let go of Robbie? Wow, they let go of Robbie Anderson, yo. I don't know. I might gotta let JJ go for Robbie Anderson, yo. Robbie been in the game 8 years, 31 years old. He runs the routes way better. Yeah, it might gotta be Robbie Anderson. Because Juju done been JJ done been in the game for a minute, and he still hasn't got, look at this rookie. He's been in the league 2 years, right? Look at his route running. He's really got his routes down. And I think even in real life, I think JJ Arcega-Whiteside, he'll get his stuff together after some time. It's just I feel like, we're in a win now type of position. I feel like they should be there to help Devontae Smith. They should be there to say, okay, we're going to help you, catch balls and stuff like that. Najee Harris for the first down. It's now 11 minutes in the fourth. 13-7. Steelers have the ball, 1st and 10. Yeah, I might pick up Robbie Anderson. Robbie's a 76 star. JJ's a 72. No, I would let Robbie stay out there. I'd rather keep JJ Ortega-Whiteside. My thing is, if they have Greg Ward Jr., now that's somebody I would get rid of JJ for, would be Greg Ward Jr. But it doesn't look like Greg is out there. Nope. Greg ain't that far now. Now let me see. Let me bring 1 second. It's in the game. Okay. Yeah, so it'd be Jalen Hurts, and then it would be Younghoe Koo as the third quarterback if something happened to us. So what I could do is I could let go of JJ Ortega-Whiteside because the 7th wide receiver doesn't even get shown, right? It's kind of like an extra spot. So I could let him go to pick up a quarterback, but I'm pretty cool with just Jalen Hurts behind me. And if something happened, we'll just go to Younghoe Koo and, we'll just go to Younghoe Koo, and then basically we'll just go that way. And hopefully we never get into that situation, But I like JJ. I think Robbie is a 76, and JJ. Let me check and see. JJ's a 72. See here. JJ's a 72, and it's kind of just somebody to play the position for the year, right? Like, kind of like just to hold down a position. As far as draft picks goes, I have a 32 that I could use to maybe get Rodgers back, but that'd be dependent on if they want to get Rodgers back, and then that would cut me down to 3 first-round picks. That's why I don't necessarily want to do that. I'd rather keep JJ and let JJ develop with the team and, have an eagle that could potentially play and stuff like that. Okay, there's nothing we need to do with managed staffs. Okay, play season game, skip simulation, play full game. Upgrades are available. Upgrades. Everett Abraham, which is good. Our wide receiver. He's a physical guy? Okay. I mean, physical. Let me see what this. I would prefer to put it on deep threat, but if he's physical, let him be physical. He has speed and stuff like that. He's almost a 90. That's what's kind of got me looking a little bit too at the wide receiver position. Joe Huntington, he's doing pretty well. Speed rusher, he's now 76, which is good. I think he's doing pretty good for a left outside linebacker. Jamal Daniels, our strong safety, zone. That ball from the Cardinals. I don't know, man. I might want to pick him up. An X Factor cornerback in his rookie year. That's tough right there. Even though he has undisciplined penalty tendencies, that is tough right there. Where is he? Abdullah Brown. Let's see if they let him go for my left guard. If they let him go for my left guard, then I'd do that trade. They have no interest. They know what they got in this dude. X Factor, bruh. X Factor. Wow. Y'all niggas, man to man. See, the only thing of it is he has undisciplined penalty tendencies. So that means if he gets beat, he's probably going to foul you, you know? And that's the only thing that got me, like, I have other X Factors like Patrick Surtain and Asante Samuels and stuff like that. So I don't want to necessarily, to be honest, I don't want to weaken the defense going into, but to tell you the truth, I want to keep JJ, but I think I might need to pick up another quarterback. I think that the smarter option is to pick up a third quarterback, because if anything happens to me and Jalen Hurts in a game, we could potentially be out the playoffs. So let's see here. If Kirk Cousins, am I the only team? Let me see. Is there other teams running two quarterbacks, or am I the only team? I think I might be the only team in the NFL running two quarterbacks and not three. Yeah, so a lot of other teams just got a bunch of quarterbacks, but they're never going to go in. You know, it's like if that main guy, look at all these quarterbacks. Some teams got like 4 quarterbacks, 5 quarterbacks. I don't think you need that many. That's just me. I don't think you need that many. And they just sacked Baker Mayfield. Big time sack. Okay, let's set the lineups. Oh, wait, let's check the injury report. See if we have anybody on the injury report. Darius Slay. He strained his quad in practice, so he's not playing today. Damn, Baker Mayfield just juked this defender. Yo. Okay, so who's not playing? Darius Slay isn't playing today. So he strained his quad. So it's going to be Xavier Howard, Patrick Surtain, Asante Samuels, and Avonte Maddox stepping in for his position. Could be Beal, but I'm going to let Maddox step in and play that spot. And then, like I said, I'm cautious because I think Gilmore, if Gilmore played for 12 years, then that means Howard could play for 12 years. And then if Darius Slay played for 11 years, these are the 2 oldest dudes on the team. So if they were to leave, I would prefer to keep them and then they leave like free agency or something like that, because I feel like this cornerback room is really tough. You know, it's very hard to throw the ball against us. And I think that's what's going to win us our 3rd championship. I think we have a good team together. Now, the one thing I would say is I really, really like that cornerback from the Cardinals, and I want to see what it would take to maybe loosen him up from the Cardinals. Kind of thinking about it like, you know, when you see that X Factor, you know, let's see. What if I gave you a left guard and my 32nd pick for that cornerback? Oh, no. Y'all asking price is way too high for him. The Steelers for a linebacker. Is J.J. Watt even in the NFL anymore? Because he was playing for a minute. Let's see. Yeah, he's still out there. J.J. Watt been playing for 13 years. He at 84 now, though. Steelers. T.J. Watt. What's his contract? Because if he on like a 2-year, I don't want nothing to do with him. Nope. He on like a 2-year deal. It's going to be one of those things where basically, it's going to be one of those things where I have to sign him to like a super deal or something like that just to keep him on the team. Nope. I wanted to check left outside linebackers for rookies. I think we might have the top left outside linebacker rookies that came out. Cole Roach, normal. Yeah, then we got Rocco, star, and then yeah, we got Rocco. We could use another lineman, right? I could use a pick to pick up another lineman, but like I said, I don't necessarily want to do that. With the quarterback thing, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have been in one game that I remember where my main quarterback got hurt, then my backup quarterback got hurt, and then I was down to like my third string quarterback. I think it was like Nick Foles or something like that. So it does kind of make me think, okay, should I bring on a third string quarterback and essentially have that and let go of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside because we have so many other people, or should I just keep Whiteside? I think we're just going to run maybe around the playoffs. We'll see who's who around the time of the playoffs. Because they'll just be a third string quarterback. There's no need to worry about it. Okay, we're good with this. Training is complete. Play season game. Najee Harris has 136 yards tonight, 23 rushes. So he's doing pretty well tonight. Advanced settings. Multiple defense. Run balanced. They have Dalvin Cook, superstar X Factor halfback. I have Najee Harris, superstar X Factor halfback. Devontae Smith, superstar X Factor wide receiver, the Slim Reaper. Miles Jack, superstar X Factor middle linebacker. They have Danielle Hunter, superstar X Factor left defensive end. I have Stephon Gilmore, superstar X Factor cornerback. Jamal Daniels, superstar X Factor strong safety. Xavier Howard, superstar X Factor cornerback. Edward Abraham, superstar X Factor wide receiver. Fletcher Cox, superstar X Factor defensive tackle. Glenn Charles, superstar X Factor wide receiver. They have Anthony Barr, superstar X Factor left outside linebacker. Myself at quarterback, Saul Aries, superstar quarterback. I have Vita Vea, superstar defensive tackle. They have Justin Jefferson, superstar wide receiver. I have Josh Allen, superstar right outside linebacker. Jalen Waddle, superstar wide receiver. They have McCole Hardman, superstar wide receiver. I have Patrick Surtain II, superstar cornerback. Penny Sewell, superstar right tackle. Jack Fox, superstar punter. They have Mikael Pierce, superstar defensive tackle. I have Juju Smith-Schuster, superstar wide receiver. They have Johnny Hecker, superstar punter. I have Lane Pave the Lane Johnson, superstar right tackle. Sterling Garner, superstar right defensive end. Shaq Thompson, superstar right outside linebacker. Zadarian Smith, superstar left outside linebacker. I have Dre Farrell, superstar left defensive end. Caleb Beal, superstar cornerback. Chris Cartwright, superstar middle linebacker. And Raquan Barnett, superstar free safety. So this is going to be a good one out here. We're at 91. They're at 81. Doesn't mean they can't get the job done. Steelers are going for a 48-yard field goal, and it is good. Score is now 19-7. 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
I may trade their 32nd pick away for a lineman. I think we need a couple more. I think we need another lineman.
Lurching closer toward the midway point
Maybe.
of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And
To hit on him.
there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Viking.
The Browns have the ball, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. First down.
Them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The play action fake.
Fletcher Cox, baby.
The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Free fire.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to
right.
stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get this to the 20.
Eagles.
Short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
TJ Watt needs like one more sack, and then he takes the record as like most sacks in the season. That boy's a beast. Shit, I think he just, oh no, that was somebody else. They just sacked Baker Mayfield again. 4th down now. I wonder how many sacks they have in this game.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards.
That's an out.
3 touchdowns. All right, rifles.
I knew when I threw it. I knew when I threw it. I threw it in the triple coverage.
His very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception.
Damn, I should have got it.
Oh, that's right. There were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the ball.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, this This defense for the Eagles, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you're
right. Defense home.
That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
The Steelers have a good team. I just don't know what they should do with Ben. You know, like, I think, to be honest, you show that man the respect for getting you a Super Bowl.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I think you show that man the respect and let him play out his years. My first pass was an interception.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Harris.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
I wanna change things up where I put Miles Sanders so that way he's getting touches as well. I want to put Miles Sanders as the 3rd down running back.
They come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Oh!
It's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he
That was pass interference, ref.
So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card. At least
Oh,
at
shit.
this point. And he's going to be taken down.
That dude came up the middle. I didn't even see him.
He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And his kick is absolutely
Take them points. Dang. He just sacked Baker Mayfield again. I'm going to look up and see how many sacks they got. Matter of fact, let me hold on.
You can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Setting up the screen for Cook.
That's right.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's right, Garner.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that play really didn't fall. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Second and 14. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
On a second, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The defense.
On 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be out of bounds.
How can he?
Question
What
of
the
where they
heck?
mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, he pulls over it. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st down, it's Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time.
Go get it, Miles.
Picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run with Sanders. And he takes this down to about the 2.
Oh, Lane's hurt.
Going out of bounds. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in.
Touchdown.
Eagles. Nice Najee Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and
I don't know if Ben coming back. People got signs that say, thank you, Ben. Never under 500.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Okay, so Lane Johnson is hurt. That's what I mean about linemen. So if you count them up, we have one. Like right now, if Lane went down and I gotta put Penny Sewell his position, and I put Daniels in at Penny Sewell's, we're now at we're at 1 or 2 linemen. I think I'm gonna use that pick to go pick me up another lineman, somebody that can, and I'll just wanted to keep JJ, but I don't know. Might gotta make some tough decisions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Good tackle, Jack.
Way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it,
good defense.
you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. Nope.
Who took that from him? I want to know who was able to keep up with Justin Jefferson and take that from him. It looked like Howard. Let me see. Howard kept up with him.
He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .158 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Dallas Scott.
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Coup for the extra point.
Reisner got hurt. We definitely need some linemen. Because Reisner hurt. And that means Dickerson goes in. Oh, I had Lane. Oh no, I had Lane on the line of scrimmage, and he might be even hurt more. No, he's not on the line of scrimmage. He's not even playing anymore. How's he? Like, I think what's the name's hurt. Reisner's hurt, and Lane is down. I don't know.
Philadelphia in the end zone.
1 second.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet.
1 second.
The question is, will they?
1 second. I had to watch Ben Roethlisberger's drive. You know, it's history. He might, I don't know if he's coming back. And then Najee Harris broke a run, just like you've seen in the game. Nobody can stop. Get him, Fletcher. Oh. They said next week Bruce Sternum will not be able to return to the game. Come on, man. I didn't have him in the game already. Like, what are we doing? He's not in the game. I guess he must have came in for a play and got hurt or something. We need some more linemen.
They'll set up to throw. This one caught by Winslow.
Big hit, Gilmore. Oh no, Vita Vea is down.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
This one
Oh, I pulled the receiver.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite.
Vita Vea is hurt. I didn't see how long. Hopefully not too long, but he is hurt for this game. So we can bring in Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Douglas, Garner, and Farrell. Oh, you got to take him out of the rush. Fletcher Cox up there, and then put Javon Hargrave up there.
To the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he
Get down!
Eagle pressure, too much.
Fletcher Cox, brother.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete.
The tackle, Shaq.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
Steelers win.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
1 second. Man, I'm back. I had to watch that. That's history right there. Big Ben, after the game, he took a lap where he went around and just shook the fans' hands, and he looked like he was about to cry and stuff. If they win, I got caught.
They were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye
Focus
on
up.
that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box
Shit.
will do the exact same thing. If they start to
I
see
threw an interception.
Force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason.
Ah, I threw a pick six.
It's a touchdown.
It's cool. It happens. It happens, y'all.
Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play.
It's cool. It happens. I'm not gonna be perfect all the time. But yeah, I had to see that. That was history right there. Big Ben playing what might be his last game in Heinz Ward Field. You know, shaking the fans' hands, about to cry. You know.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing
Oh,
what
shit.
you were doing well.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Damn, now Daniels is down.
Across the 15.
See what I'm talking about? Linemen are just getting hurt left and right.
We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Steps away to his left.
Oh,
He's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
that was my fault.
Solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
Broken ribs.
Vikings will take over.
Oh my God. So that he has broken ribs. He's gonna. Yup, we're definitely trading for a lineman. I'm glad this happened before week. Hardy. No, you're not in. Who's playing left guard? Man, he's hurt too. Landon, you're in there. And at right guard, Hardy. It looks like welcome to the NFL, my brother. And then on the line strength, we got a couple of linemen that got hurt. Line strength, basically all the linemen that normally play are hurt. So put Mailata in, put Penny Sewell in, and put Noel in.
Here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means
All I could do was lay the big hit on him. He caught that. He got lucky.
Now the question is,
Oh wait, I'm not in the right playbook.
because that's been an issue for them in this game.
as a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And
great pressure.
Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
They're going to throw it to somebody short.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here's a play fake as they set up to 3.
That's right. Hargrave.
They push him back to the 34. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is
got it.
Good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Harris.
Oh,
He will not
go for it.
as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for
G-L-E-S, Eagles.
a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Koo now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Eagles fly, so touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll look to throw here. He gets this one into the hands of down.
Oh, he shook me.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Great sack.
They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's awkward.
Cartwright was coming on a blitz. It's nice pressure.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second and 16. They'll set up a throw.
Ooh, it's almost an interception.
But it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
They'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
That's right.
Down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
Threw 2 interceptions to
and a
them.
few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Harris. Broken tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Eagles touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better...
And now it
He caught it.
The referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
We'll take that.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Josh Sweat got hurt a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris.
134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Devontae Smith.
Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
His third touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Howard, was that you? Howard got beat.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now one final throw.
Got him.
Incomplete, and that is how this one.
Let's wrap it up, announcers.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Philadelphia,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Vikings...
Forget the Vikings. Nobody care about the Vikings. Sterling Garner gets an upgrade. That's what's up. Run stopper. Man, he's almost a 90. Wow, he's really stepped up. Superstar and everything. I think he graduated to being a superstar. Last year he was like a star or something like that. Okay, we have 2 new injuries. James Daniels has broken ribs. He's out for 4 weeks. And Dalton Reisner has a pulled groin. He's out for 4 weeks. Okay, so we're going to need to use one of those picks on a lineman. I'm glad this happened before the close of Dickerson's playing left guard. So let's target a right guard. Like I said, I'm glad this happened before we got into the playoffs or something like that. Shaq Mason's been around 9 years. What's his contract look like? 2 years? Nope. Need people with 3 and 4 years or longer. Lindstrom. Chris Lindstrom. Power. Okay, I like that. Intense. What's his contract looking like? 3 years. Okay, that's good. He would be on the team longer than the payout from my next year for all the players and stuff. So let's see if we hit a trade. I'm willing to give them a number 32 pick for him. Or you know what? Let me give you next year's 21. Trade declined. Okay, what if I put a 6th-round pick with it? All right, so they're not going to let him go. Cesar Ruiz. Power. Pretty good stats. What's his contract look like? 4 years. Okay, that's good. And he's young. He's only 25 years old. Star, power, 4-year contract. Let's see if they would take next year's 1st-round pick. Trade accepted. And we now have another lineman. I'm going to have to let go of J.J. Ortega-Whiteside. Out of all the people, they recommend J.J. Ortega-Whiteside first. So they're going to cut J.J. Keep the linemen that we have. Let's reorganize the line so we know, so it's set. That way I don't just jump into another game next time. Okay, so Jordan Mailata's playing left tackle. Landon Dickerson's playing left guard. Cesar Ruiz is playing right guard. And Lane Johnson is playing... Oh, Penny Sewell's good. Okay, so does he play better than Daniels? Wow, he plays the position... Oh, Daniels is hurt. That's what it is. But Penny Sewell plays this position anyway, so it doesn't matter. So put Penny in there. Put Ruiz behind him. And then, yeah, everybody can play pretty well. Yeah. And then Darius Slay should be coming back. And, yeah, I think this is the team I'm going to move forward with into the playoffs. So now that we know that's going to be the team, answer media question, okay? At 8-0, do you feel like this is the best team in the NFL? We're the best team in the NFL, but we need to get to the Super Bowl and win it. Even if I say we're the best team, at this point I would supremely disappoint if we don't go deep in the playoffs. So I think that'll tell you where we rank. Yeah, per win. Yeah, I think we'll go deep in the playoffs. After like 2 years, I think we'll go deep in the playoffs. 1 second. So I think that was a pretty good trade. We used next year's pick to pick up a player that can help us this year, and then our linemen are going to be hurt for 4 weeks, but we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 linemen. So, and it's only 4 people. So I think we're pretty good on the line. I think Caesar is a very good player to pick up, to have him on the team at the line. I don't think we should trade anybody else. Gilmore and Howard were doing pretty well. I think they can continue doing what they're doing. It's a consideration to trade them for these two for 1st-round picks. But I think when we get deep into the playoffs and we're playing people like Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson and stuff like that, I think that's when it'll be more of a, we need them guys. So I'm not going to be doing anything to get rid of them. So we're going to advance past the trade week. Okay, 2 players are ready to negotiate. One of them's Penny Sewell, the other's Fletcher Cox. Nothing against Penny, but I'm starting with Fletcher Cox. Sign you to a 2-year deal. I remember last time he didn't want the money that was offered to him, so let's put a little bit more with it. Exactly the offer I was hoping to get. Next season will be great. Okay, he's re-signed for 2 more years. Okay, now when it comes to Penny Sewell, Penny wants $62 million over 5. Let's see how much that breaks down to. Doesn't break down to that much. Breaks down to about $6 million salary and about 61, almost $7 million signing bonus. So let's take this to 6.5 and take that to 7.5. Salary and duration are great. Which the bonus was good. Okay, so he wants to be paid out a little bit more, which is something that we can probably accommodate. I'm not going to be doing that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the screen or you know what? No. What I'm going to be doing is 1 second. So we have things set up here. We're in week 9, 8-0. Let's see what the NFL standings looks like. So around the league, the Ravens. That's why they said it looks like a Super Bowl matchup because the Ravens are 6-2, Seahawks are 6-1, Buccaneers are 6-2. So the only teams coming all the way to the bottom, which is surprising, the Bills are 0-8 and the Washington football team is 0-8. So that done changed around a little bit. I don't want to basically play longer than I had scheduled because what I want to do, just to let you know, I want this video to be available today. That's something that I want to make sure happens in 2022, that videos are available the same day that they are created unless they are put up for something else. So in saying that, I'm going to put it in the chat. So I just want to say I had an amazing time today. I was thinking about this all day while I was at work playing the game and just getting a stream and stuff like that. I'm glad that I was able to come in here today and have some fun with the Theta community and also the YouTube community as well. I'm glad that we was able to play some games, have some fun. I'm going to be chilling with the rest of my night. I'm going to make this video available, and I will be available on Twitter and Facebook if you would like to chit chat or something like that. Have a great rest of your night. And make sure to come back next time. Peace.